Hello there. I am Eric Anderson. I am a nerd, a fan of science fiction, fantasy, and anime. But first and foremost, I'm a follower of Jesus. And for 12 and a half years, I've been going to Comic Cons, anime cons, board game conventions, and trying to find gentle ways of sharing Jesus with the community that oftentimes has had a really hard time building a healthy relationship with the church. So I write books, devotional books, specifically for fans of these things. The 42 series I write with my friend and fiction writer and Christian Nathan Marchand. This particular one, the new 42, was our second book in the series, and we go over the course of the Bible, looking at many of the stories that we think many people have read, but many people have not read. Along the way, we use references to Star Trek and Doctor Who and fantasy and several anime connections and gaming. There's one entry where Nate talks about playing the Wii boxing with his brother, and some things come out of that. And we find the parallels and sometimes the disconnects between Scripture and these stories and use those to help people take steps with Jesus. I've also done my first solo book, Dead False Gods, a book about finding faith in Stargate and comparing the Stargate SG-1 with Scripture and seeing what we can learn there. What are the differences? What are the connections? And I also contributed to Finding God in Anime, Volume 3. There's about 40 people who have contributed to this. Again, just writing devotionals that will help people come close to Jesus and engage with Scripture through the stories they already know and already love. This year, I'm getting married, which is wonderful, but I also have some significant ministry undertakings as well. So I'm asking you to help me lift the burden from personal finances to be able to do these things. One of these things is a trip to the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit. Now, I was at the very first NCMS back in Texas a few years ago. It was a wonderful experience. I met a lot of people who are concerned with the same group of people I'm trying to minister to, who are approaching it from different ways. And it had a lot of great networking and conversations and some great training. This coming year won't be any different, except it'll be in Colorado instead of Texas. So there's cost for traveling with flight or train and hotel and just significant costs involved with that. There's also two cons I am trying to get tables at that are more costly. They're bigger cons, and when the con is using more space and having more people come, there's always a higher price for tabling, and of course you've got the hotel cost. So I'm trying to raise $3,000 to alleviate some of this cost, so I can still be trained for ministry, still be participating in ministry, and have a wonderful year full of chaos and craziness. So please contribute, and thank you for your time.